Okay, let's check your guided practice. 6 times negative 10. So positive 6 times a negative 10. So a positive times a negative, if they're different, it's going to be a negative. So negative 6 or positive 6 times negative 10 should give me a negative. I know that 6 times 10 is 60. So negative 60. So negative 3 to the third power. So this just means negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. So my first pair here, negative 3 and negative 3, give me a positive. So remember, negative times a negative is a positive. So give me a positive 9. But now I'm multiplying it by another negative. So negative 3 times a positive 9, that should give me a negative answer. Positive times a negative is a negative. And I know that 9 times 3 is 27. So my answer should be negative 27. All right, here we go again. We have 3 negatives. So you know what? Let me just go ahead and skip a step. Because I know that if I have 3 negatives or if I have an odd number of negatives, my answer is going to be negative. So 1 times 3 here is going to give me a positive 3. All right. Times negative 4, that's going to give me a negative 12. So my answer should be negative 12. All right, let's take a look. Number 4. Tamara owns 100 shares of a certain stock. Suppose the price of the stock drops by $3 per share. Write a multiplication expression to find the change in Tamara's investment. Explain your answer. So she has 100. But now for every $3, so now for every share, every 1 share, she's going to lose $3. So that's 100 times negative 3. Why is it negative? Because she's losing it. 100 times negative 3. Okay? So a positive times a negative, well, I know that's going to give me a negative answer. And 3 times 100, well, I know that's going to give me 300. So now we wrote our expression. All right, and now we're explaining our answer. So this means that she is losing, or it's worth $300 less than it was before. So it's $300, so worth, I'm not going to write it all out, but it's now worth $300 less, her shares. All right, and number 5, when is the product of 2 or more integers a positive number? Well, we know that a positive times a positive is always a positive. And we know that a negative times a negative is a positive. But remember what we saw when we looked at number 3 and number 2? We saw that when we have an odd number of negatives, it's still negative. So it's not enough to just have 2, because what if we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? No, for positives, if they're all positive, it's positive. But for negatives, we have to have an even number. Even number of negatives. Being multiplied for it to be positive. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, so on and so forth. Even number of negatives being multiplied gives me a positive. All right, hopefully you got all those answers. Again, this was just for you to check your answers, not to put the answers on your paper. All right? So if you still have a question, make sure you ask. All right.